Hi, I'm Lisa Marie. Welcome to my channel, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie. Today's video is part of my One and Done series. My special guest is Amber from DIY with Amber, and we'll be doing thrift flips. I'll tell you more about that later in the video, but for now, it's time to craft. If I mentioned that I bought something at Amazon and it's something that you need too, you will find the link to my Amazon store down in my description box below. I found this piece at the Goodwill. It says on the bottom it came from IKEA, but I actually have no idea what it was intended for. If you know what this is, please tell me in the comments. I would appreciate that. I got it for $6, and because it's two-sided, I thought that was worth the $6. I hate to pay that much though. So now I'm just going to get my crud cutter, clean it off, and then I'm going to remove those little dowels at the top. They just screwed right off, super easy. And then after I do some light sanding, I will get a screwdriver out and remove the bottom, and that way I can sand every little part. I should have done that first, but better late than never. I'm going to take my Kills White primer paint and I'm going to give it 3 coats. And so the first 2 coats I'm just going to go up and down. And then when I get to the 3rd coat, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to dry between the coats with my little heat tool from Amazon. The brush that I'm using is an artsy DIY brush that my daughter got me, and it's really nice. I'm going to sand it down before the very last coat, and then I'm going to go do it the cross way. And I'm doing that based on a technique that my friend Leonette from DIY Beauty on Purpose does on her channel, and that's where I learned it, and I love the texture it gives and the way it looks. So I'll link her down in my description box in case you want to check her out. I'm going to use these little Scotch fasteners. They're just long strips of Velcro, like the 2 sides of the Velcro, the hard side and the soft side. And I'm going to cut a little piece that will fit in that center little cutout circle, and I'm going to attach it. They're very adhesive, so you don't need to add glue or anything. They stick very well. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that piece and affix it right to that little circle. The reason I'm doing that is this piece is going to be very versatile. You can change it out for every season or occasion. And I will show you 3 different options for this in this video. Now I'm going to cut a piece of the other side of the Velcro, and later on in the video I'll actually cut a couple more because I am going to make 3 center pieces that I can switch out. I'm going to use these little rounds from Hobby Lobby, and they fit perfectly in there. I'm going to paint the first one with my Agave chalk paint by Waverly, and I love that color. That's like my favorite Waverly paint color. The next one I'm going to paint with Truffle, which is basically just a brown. When I paint these, I'm painting both sides and around the edges, and I did sand them lightly first. And then the third one, I'm going to use Crimson, which is this gorgeous red. So if you haven't guessed, I'm basically doing a fall one, a kind of transition to Thanksgiving one, and then a Christmas one. And like I said, you can make more of these for the rest of the year. I'm going to go ahead and put the opposite type of Velcro piece on the back of each one so that it's ready to go. And then for the fall one, I'm taking this little mini pumpkin, and I think I got this at either Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby a while ago. I'm going to use my blade. I'm just going to cut it in half, but on one side of the stem. And that way I can hot glue it flat on the front of my little round wood piece. But first I want to embellish the wood piece. I'm going to be adding all kinds of layers. I'll use this scrapbook paper. I'm going to trace the circle, but then I'm going to trim it down even smaller so that you still see the paint around the edge. And then I'm going to use my little Jot glue stick from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put that on the back of the scrapbook paper and attach it directly to the wood round. Next, I've got these cute little, paper leaves that I got at Hobby Lobby, and also some laser cut green leaves, and I'm going to hot glue those on and just kind of arrange them the way that I like. You can do this any way you want. You can use any paper, paint, or just whatever looks good to you. Then I'm going to take a little teeny piece of burlap, and I'm going to lay that down right there in the middle, and I will put the pumpkin on it. I thought that added a really nice little extra texture. I am going to start adding raffia on the top. I'm going to add some little pieces underneath the bow that I'm making just because I wanted to give it more fullness. And since it's so small, you can't really make a fuller bow. So I just thought I'd cut some pieces, hot glue them right on, and there's my little bow. Then I'm going to take a furniture marker from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to kind of write in the grooves of the pumpkin just to give it some dimension. And then I'm going to use the white wax from Waverly and rub that over the top. And I'm going to put it on and then rub some of it off and just give it the highlights. And I've got kind of like contouring and highlights on my pumpkin to give it a little more dimension. I'm going to add a cute little flower cutout that I got from Hobby Lobby right to the center of the bow. And of course, I still felt like it needed one more thing, so I made this teeny tiny little shoestring twine bow and put it right at the top. And now I'm going to set it inside my piece so we can see what that looks like. And I'm so happy with it. As I mentioned earlier, my special guest today is Amber from DIY with Amber. You guys, she does the most amazing farmhouse DIYs. She does thrift store flips, you name it, and I absolutely love her channel. And her little guys make appearances now and then, and they are literally the cutest little boys you've ever seen. Strongly recommend you go over to Amber's channel. I'll have her video link down in my description box and a link to her channel. And if you've come over from Amber's channel, thank you so much. It's great to meet you. And thank you so much for watching my video. So moving on to my later fall Thanksgiving piece, using the agave wood circle, cutting out some scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to take my little distressor tool and I'm just going to rub around the edges. It's got little blades inside each of those grooves, and it's a really, really nice way to distress your paper instead of just using scissors, which you can also do, by the way. Now I've got these cute little shiny acorns and leaves from Hobby Lobby, and I've got a little bit of jute twine that I'm going to add on here just for texture. I'm going to hot glue that around the bottom, and then I'm going to place the acorns and the leaves kind of down inside. Then I'm going to add a cute little flower that has a sequin in the middle, and then I'm going to take a super cute orange buffalo check ribbon and make a teeny tiny bow, which is adorable. I will dovetail the ends. Then I added a little teeny flower to the middle of that bow, and there is the Thanksgiving one, and I'm loving it. It's so cute. Moving on to Christmas. So I've got the red one, and I put a piece of ribbon around, hot glued it, and I've got these little mini bottle brush trees that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm adding a little bit of that silver mesh tubing around the base just to brighten it up. And I'm going to hot glue 2 trees to the front of this one lower than the other one. And then those little teeny berry picks you see, I'm going to cut off the berries and just hot glue them into the trees as if they were ornaments. And they look super cute. It's just a nice little accent. I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of lamb's ear and hot glue that, and then I've got a little pine needle pick, and I'm going to add a bunch of little embellishments to it that I just had from other leftover picks last year. You guys, this is so versatile, so fun. Off camera, I added a cute bow and some greenery and the word bless to the front, and this is going to be at our front door where you could hang your keys, your masks, whatever you want. I just hope that you guys like this as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching my video. It really means a lot that you take the time out of your day to watch my videos. And be sure to come back so I can see you in the next one. And remember, you are a blessing to me. If you like this video, I'll put a couple more up on the screen that I think you'll really like, so feel free to check them out.